Thank you for remaining loyal to African news programs, and you are watching Football Planet. The topics right away. 54 countries for only 5 places. The Qatar 2022 World Cup is already starting for Africa. Stage 1, the preliminary draw held this Monday in Cairo, the beginning of a long campaign that starts on September 2nd. After the AFCON 2019, now CHAN 2020, will Cameroon be deprived of a news hosting rights? The controversy has been growing for a few days, a forced debate according to Ministry of Sport. Details in a few minutes. And then a question and some good news. Will Nigeria be the host country for the next Women's Under-20 World Cup? All the lights seem to be on green a few days before the arrival of FIFA delegation in the country. Respond at the end of the transmission. Hello everyone and welcome to Football Planet. So let's go for a few marathon toward the 2022 World Cup. The African campaign has launched on Monday with a preliminary draw. They consigned the 28 lowest ranked teams in the FIFA ranking. In July, while the 26 highest ranked teams are accepted from it, here are the schedules. Let's now talk about CHAN 2021, whose playoffs started the weekend that just ended. On the program, very beautiful schedules, but especially a reunion between old acquaintances, sometimes in regional derbys, and it's all to a very strong start for some teams like Mali, who seem to have already done the hardest work. However, there are a few surprises to note, such as Senegal's defeat in Liberia, as you can see in these result tables. In view of this result, we can therefore expect a very, very exciting return leg. And it's the next weekend that the second stage of the CHAN preliminary schedule for next January in Cameroon is being played. But with the tournament really be played in the land of domitable lions, for the time being, there is no indication to the contrary except that a statement tributed to the Algerian Minister of Sport has raised doubt in people's mind why the trauma of the withdrawal of the 2019 AFCON remains fresh in their minds. More details on this topic from Brice Kuno and Ignatius Ano.
Algeria's Youth and Sports Minister has stirred speculations about whether or not Cameroon will host the next African Cup of Nations in 2021. Raouf Benawi has been quoted by local media to have said that the nation has been asked to prepare to host AFCON 2021 if Cameroon withdraws hosting rights. The information has not been confirmed by the Confederation of African Football nor the Cameroonian Football Federation. According to local media reports, the Algerian Youth and Sports Minister said, and I quote, "Authorities have given an agreement to the Algerian Football Federation to host in case Cameroon is unable to do so," end of quote. He continued, quote, "We have the means to organize the African Cup of Nations. They are stadia ready. As we saw in Egypt, they upgraded their stadia in just 6 months," end of quote. The Confederation of African Football withdrew Cameroon as host for the just-ended AFCON. Unless CAF confirms the Algerian minister's comments, Cameroon still seems far from withdrawing to host the next AFCON, at least for the time being.
In any case, Cameroonian authorities told us that this is not the case. The Ministry of Sports that we contacted said it is forced debate until proven otherwise. We retain that the next CHAN will take place in Cameroon.
Aura bien lieu au Cameroun.
But in the meantime, back to the 2019 AFCON and the beautiful coast of Benin with a quarter-finalist for the first time. The Squirrels have made their country's football history and perhaps the beginning of a new era for this Asangbo gang, a symbol of renewal of Beninese football. The 26-year-old player trained a generation foot in Senegal with a certain Sadio Mane certainly sees the future in a big way, and what could be more legitimate after this very beautiful AFCON. Look at this.
This team is young. We have a few experienced and older players who play a major role in this group. But this group is very united. It is young, and I think that in 2 years, if everyone plays well at their club level and everyone is performing well, it will be practically the same group, I think. That's what I hope, because this group has something exceptional. The solidarity we have in this group, the unity in this group, the oneness of mind in this group is very fantastic. I honestly hope the coach will continue with this crop of players, because he told us it's easy to work with you guys. You see, it's easy. We are all united. But all this is thanks to him. He has instituted something. There's a hierarchy in this group. We all respect it, and that makes the difference when we come to the national team. We forget about our personal interest, but rather we consider the group for the nation, and it's our secret.
Let's hope that the future can be as bright as the promises led by the very superb AFCON of the Squirrels. And for this Segba Azangbo, who is launching a new challenge in England, the Beninese striker joined Oldham Atlantic, a club from the English 4th Division, after a season at FK Senica in Slovakia. As I told you in the headline, Nigeria could be the host country for the next Women's Under-20 World Cup. However, it will be necessary to wait until the visit of FIFA team to the country at the beginning of August to confirm this. We are talking about it with a Nigerian journalist, Evelyn Edefe. Thank you, Evelyn. So first of all, is Nigeria able to host a Women's World Cup today?
Yes, because there are facilities on ground already. What we just need is some maintenance work that repairs work on the first part of the situation on ground right now, like National Stadium in Abuja. What we actually need in that stadium is the pitch and some broken chairs and it for it to be replaced. And there are other stadiums already on ground in Nigeria, in Lagos, Abuja, Uyo, Asaba, Benin, and Kaduna. So the stadiums are okay and good. What we just need is security and the road network for them to face part of the road to be repaired and all that, because there were FIFA consultants in one likely host city few days ago, and the stadium is still under construction and will be ready before the end of the year. So they will show the facilities of the stadium, training pitch, and everything that will likely be needed to host the Women's World Cup.
A FIFA delegation is expected in the coming days. Are you confident about the future?
Sure, we are confident because the Nigeria Football Federation is working with the government that are likely to provide the needed facilities to host the World Cup. We are not just hosting it like, okay, we're bringing it back and we are taking it to Nigeria without no one likely to host it. But there are some state governments on ground right now that will be ready to host a tournament. So we are not sure of the whole cities right now, but things might likely change, like some state government to be, okay, we don't have that money for now to host an event in order to host an international event. So there are some government that, okay, we are ready, like the one in like the Edo State government now, the one the FIFA consultants went there and inspect some facilities now. Like you said, they are ready to host the world. So we are confident that we are ready to host. We are confident that FIFA might give us the hosting rights. For our only major problem now is security. That would be the only problem we have right now. So apart from that, other facilities are on ground for us to host the world. World Cup.
Thank you very much, Evelyn, and many thanks to everyone in Warri, Delta State, South Nigeria. In short, Al Ali continues to write his legend in Egypt. The capital club won Wednesday, got its 41st title in its history after 3-1 win over Al Makalon. And icing on the cake, the club won Sunday's Cairo debut against their old rival and runner-up Zamalek for the first day of the championship, a 1-0 victory. But both clubs will represent Egypt in the Champions League, the preliminary phase of which begins next week. And then some information before leaving you. We start with the announced arrival of Idrissa Gana Gueye at Paris Saint-Germain. The Senegalese defensive midfielder was expected to pass his medical checkup on Monday before signing for 4 years with the club in the French capital after 3 seasons of Everton. And other Africans could take the opposite path. This is the Ivorian striker Wilfred Zaha. Sky Sport announced on Sunday that the Toffees had made an offer of 60 million euros to Crystal Palace to hire the service of the Ivorian international, for whom the Eagles claim about 80 million euros. Finally, Zambo Agisa took his first step with Viria, and Cameroonian midfielder met his new mate this weekend. The former Marseille resident was loaned to the Yellow Submarines for a season with an option to purchase. And that's where this program ends. You can find us on www.africanews.com. We'll see you next week for another edition of Football Planet. Have an excellent week. Goodbye.